We'll stick with you, Ms. Foulkes. Last winter, a Target 12 investigation found Rhode Island had the worst state roads in the country as of 2024, which was 2 years into your opponent's tenure. But Rhode Island also had the worst state roads in 2019 under Governor Raimondo. And Rhode Island had the worst state roads in 2014 under Governor Chafee. So that's 3 governors in a row with the same outcome. Yeah. What can you seriously tell voters you would do differently that would actually lead to a different outcome here when it's been the same under 3 very different administrations?
Yeah, it's really frustrating for Rhode Islanders. You know, one of my sisters lives in Massachusetts, and she says every time she drives into Rhode Island, she says, "Oh my goodness, why are the roads so bad here?" We've had a doubling of our expenditures under this governor's watch, from $449 million 5 years ago to $1 billion this year, and still we rank dead last in the country. I think this is a good example of the problem at the top. I will do a national search when I am governor for an expert from somewhere else in the country who has no connections to anyone in Rhode Island. This has been a place where you got to know a guy to get things done. It is really quite ugly in our state's history. We need to also be looking at bringing engineers back in-house, a whole rethinking of how we run DOT. We outsourced inspections. And the governor and Peter Alviti said, well, we're not in control of inspections because we outsource the inspectors. That's ludicrous. That's crazy. We need to have a total review of the DOT to make sure every dollar we are spending goes to maximize the safety and security of our roads.
Briefly, before I go to the governor, can you pledge that Rhode Island will not have the worst state roads in the country if you are elected?
Well, I pledge that I will work very hard to make that happen, and I can't imagine we'll have the 50th worst roads once I'm governor, because I'll bring in someone who really knows what they're doing. We have lacked that. We did not have someone at the top, at the DOT, who had national experience on bridges and roads.
Again, total misinformation. And we know this to be true because I've talked to the people who do these ratings. It's 2 or 3 year lag on where we are right now. That's a fact. When I came into office, there was no plan for asphalt. I put $100 million in the budget and freed up $450 million of asphalt work. Now that's why 295's done, 146's done, 95's done, and also over $450 million, almost $500 million to help with our bridges. All the blue bridges are either new bridge or like new bridges. Again, my opponent, her corporate experience is really dangerous. Think about when she was at Hudson. She laid off 2,000 people while she's, benefiting the banks, benefiting the CEOs, making $80,000 a day while she's laying off people.
How's that affected to bridges and roads, Governor?
Well, I'm telling you, what it affects is the way that you manage and mismanage in that space. So
this is the poster child for mismanagement.
The opioids, we know that you mismanaged that.
We have
now,
the worst bridges and roads in the country.
Reframing DOT.
We had a bridge over Amtrak that fell down under
I think that I've got the right to answer this question. I mean, we seem to be jumping on the facts that I'm putting out.
Finish your answer, Mr. McKee, please.
Yes, this matters of how you manage. And when she was managing Hudson Bay, she laid off 2,000 people while she's making $80,000 a day. Her point of reference on this is just not where the world lives in terms of working with people, laughing at people basically on the way out the door saying they're low-hanging fruit.
Just briefly before I'll let Ms. Foulkes respond, but do you expect then that Rhode Island will no longer be in last place for state roads once the more up-to-date
I know that we've made significant improvements. By the way, I put a municipal grant fund in place. The municipalities have now done over $150 million of local roads. And by the way, if anybody out there sees a pothole, dial 511. 511. We will respond to that pothole within 48 hours. We've already done 1,000 of them, so we put up the system.
All right, thank you, Ms. Foulkes. On the Hudson's Bay,
it does matter how you manage. I couldn't agree more with the governor. The governor's role is the top executive function in this state. Okay? It really matters. He is asking for an unprecedented 3rd term, and we are last in this country in bridges and roads. And as to his allegations around Hudson's Bay, I walked into a crisis. This was a company, bricks and mortar retail, hadn't invested in all the online digital tools, and things were really rough when I got there. I had 100 days that I put for myself to figure things out. The low-hanging fruit, I would never refer to people as low-hanging fruit. What I was talking about with low-hanging fruit was the IT systems, all the work that we needed to do to rebuild that company. In 100 days, I made some tough people decisions at the top. Not everyone at the top could make it. I made those decisions quickly, so I got the right team in place. That's exactly what the state needs.
All right, candidates.
The banks got paid. The executives got rich, including my opponent at $80,000 a day.
We heard you.
And
we heard
people
you, Mr.
got
McKee.
laid off and sent home. As a governor, I don't send people home.
Ms. Foulkes, rent control.
We should be very worried about her background.
Thank you, Mr. McKee. We're going to move on now.